All right, we're going to be breaking down the Recktenwald Group here. It's going to be a really exciting group. It's a lot of our friends, so there's a lot of rivalries going on, and it's wide open.
Yeah, for sure. So to start off, we're going to look at the Los Angeles Dingleberries with Coach B. Storm. What do you see in this team?
This is a really great program. They were elite about 5 years ago. They really haven't been breaking any ties, but once again, they bring in another solid class. They didn't really lose anyone too exciting. And last year they were ranked number 95. But you know, in most conferences, they're a solid NTT team. They were in Conference 30, and so they didn't make it this year. They could make it next year. They could beat any team in the Inferno.
Yeah, right away I see Mark Maddox and Matthew Robinson. Those are two great players. Know how to play well, and you know, William Webster, their freshman, is gonna be an absolute beast.
I like him a lot.
I'm thinking that he's gonna actually really help propel
But here's
them.
the thing is, he's probably not going to start. They returned all 5 starters, and they had a good team last year, so he might not even start. I really like what B Storm has in front of them this year. They're going to be exciting.
Yeah. So, what do you think they're gonna end up in the Inferno this year?
You know, they have a bunch of hard games, and Coach B Storm is good about playing the matchups. Matthew Robinson's a great senior point guard, and so you know, I think they'll win 3 games, 3 out of 6, maybe 4.
Yeah, I'm torn on this one. I think they're gonna go 2 and 4.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, we'll take a look at the next team, Springfield Gnomes, and you know, I know they were ranked 120 last season, and so that doesn't stand out as very exciting.
Yeah.
I like this team a lot. They return all 5 starters, and they got a real solid freshman class with Alan Covington, who everybody knows was the 6'9" point guard, and he's an excellent rebounder. He's excellent, and he's a good athlete. He's a good ball player. And they also have Earl Abrahamson, who he could win National Player of the Year this year. He's a great player.
Yeah, he went off last year, scoring 21 points a game. Even he got 4 rebounds.
Plays great defense.
4 rebounds from a shooting guard. That's a lot, you know. And yeah,
he's the kind of guy that you can put on their best player, and he's going to lock them down and take advantage of the mismatch.
Yeah,
he's gonna be a bigger shooting guard. He's gonna be a bigger small forward even, and he's gonna put in a bunch of points.
And let's not forget about Edward Shelton. He really played well as a freshman. You know, he can do it all. He can play defense. He can shoot a little bit. He can do it all. He can rebound. He's just a great player. He's a little short, but you know, he's a good player.
Yeah, the big thing about Springfield is, you know, I think they're gonna win 4 or 5. They could seriously win 6 games in this group with the schedule they have.
You think they're gonna beat Dover?
I think they're going to give Dover a run. Dover lost a lot of players. You know, I think they could beat Dover. This is a defensive team who has some really big men who can rebound the ball well. They're going to be exciting.
Yeah, in this conference, it is wide open, but I do see a lot of teams taking a step back. So I also see these guys winning 4 games, I think.
Let's take a look at the next team. We got Coach Joe in his first Inferno appearance. This is the Stillwater Smart Guys. They scored a ton of points last year.
Yeah.
88 points last year. They were ranked 27th. They didn't really have a hard schedule. But, you know, they lose Jonathan Rowrick, who is an incredible player. He scored 26 points per game last season. He doesn't play defense, but he's really going to be missed. And Willie O'Shea, who almost averaged a double-double.
Willie O'Shea was probably one of the most underrated players in all of League 5. He's just a great player. He can do it all. He's got 2.7 assists a game, and he's going with 27 blocks, 1.2 steals. The only guy that looks like he plays any defense on that team.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. They came in with a really good class, 1538. You got the likes of Jonathan Gann, a great player. He can score. He's got a good shot, and Blake Walters, 2 really good players.
He can handle the point. He's going to be good. I'll tell you who I really liked from this team is I think Nicholas Salter was their best player last year. He's going to be a junior this year. He could score 25. He could score 30 points even with Rowrick gone. It's going to be exciting to see Stillwater.
He loves to shoot. The only thing is, can they play defense? Look what happened. They're losing a lot of.
It doesn't matter, man. They had 40 rebounds per game last year. They're going to get it done on the boards again. They're going to score again, and they're going to outscore teams. I think they're going to win 3 or 4 games. They might be the favorite in this group. They're not who I'm going to pick, but a lot of people would pick them.
Yeah, I think I'm going to give them 4, you know. So, anyway, we're moving on to B Chic.
Yeah, B Chic. As everyone knows, Brad Sheik, the guy who wins all the ties, gets really lucky. And he'll let you know it too. He'll let you know that he wins all the ties and he gets really lucky.
Yeah.
Anyways, he's got a good program.
He's a good guy. He runs a clean program.
He does. He's a great coach. He's really fun. He has an incredible beard.
Yeah.
He's a really good man. I was glad to have him stand next to me in my wedding.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's look at his team. He's got Jeffrey Allen, who is probably the best point guard in DTL this year.
And
I mean,
he's
look
a senior.
at what he did. Look at what he did. He had 15 points per game, 4.5 assists, and 0.8 turnovers.
Yeah.
Who's gonna beat that? And it's only gonna get better with Monty Morgan, who is a number 10 overall pick, leaving the program. It's only gonna get better. He's gonna take over this program. And you got Derek Evans, the super sophomore, who's just gonna be an elite player. He could be All-American this year.
See, what I see in this team is, like, I don't really see anyone really coming in, you know? Like, they have an okay class, you know. Charles Austin can do some stuff, but 61-37, it's kind of low for him, you know?
Yeah. I talked to Coach Brad, and he's happy with his class. He says he got a +10 class with a bunch of role players. They're going to fit in well, but, you know, I just don't think they have the size and the rebounding to really be an elite team. They could get out of the group. They're definitely one of the favorites to get out of their group.
Yeah, I'm going to give them 3 wins. I just don't see... I mean, Derek Evans is great, but, like, I think he's going to struggle early on, and he's got to find his groove, you know. He might be moving to shooting guard, so... And he's got a tough Gainesville game, too. Plus, it looks like he's going to play Rockford in this...
yeah, he's got a tough schedule.
He's got a really tough...
Brad's a winner. He's going to get his 4. He's going to get his 4 and be exciting. Next, we got Hot Springs, coached by Rickster. They've really been improving year by year. Last year, they were power ranked 8. Of course, the group is named after their player who departed, Warren Recktenwald, who was a great player. They also lose.
Huge loss.
Yeah, it's a huge loss. 14 points per game, 8 rebounds, 31 blocks. Man, they're gonna miss him.
Yeah, he's probably could be one of the best players from in this entire inferno from last year. You know, and like losing that's gonna be hard. But you know, they still do have Mike Greenberg. You know, he's a morning person.
I like Gerald Robinson. He's my favorite player on this team. He really plays great down in the post. He gets the boards. He can score, and he'll shut down anybody. No one's scoring against him inside. Another freshman class, that's something to really talk about.
Yeah.
They got the 6'11" point guard sensation, John Pittman, who scored like 30,000 points per game at point guard. I don't think he's going to stick at point guard, but I think wherever they put him, he's going to be dangerous. They got the number 7 and 13 ranked class. It's going to be exciting.
I think what happens to a lot of teams is they play too many freshmen. Like right away, they're like, "Oh my gosh, 7-13! Like I gotta play these guys." And like what ends up happening is it's like, well, like these freshmen aren't really ready yet. You know, like you gotta.
I think Pittman's ready. Pittman's ready for the show. He's gonna run this team. He might run them all the way to the Inferno Championship again.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them 2. You know,
2 wins.
I think they're gonna get 2 wins.
They were ranked 6 last year.
They got some mistakes on their schedule that we have to fix. So that's kind of hard, but you know what? We're going to figure it out. And, you know, I really like some of these other veteran teams. You know, losing Warren Recktenwald's going to hurt them a lot more than most people think, I think. And, like, that's just a big gap that they have to fill. And, you know, we'll see. I think they'll figure it out by the end, but, yeah.
So who do you got in this group?
You know what? I'm going to take Stillwater. I like Stillwater. Not a lot of defense, but you know what? If they can shoot and they can rebound, you know, more power to them. They got a great freshman class to make up for a really good senior class, but yeah, I'm going to take Stillwater.
You know, this is a hard group to decide. There's a lot of balance here, just like a lot of the other groups. This is going to be a fun inferno. Springfield's a really sexy pick. I'd like to pick them. Coach Ryan is one of my best friends. He has 5 starters returning, but
great guy.
I've got to go with Annapolis. I hate to say it. They're the bad guys. They're the villains in my mind, but they're going to get the job done. I mean, Jeffrey Allen and Derek Evans are going to take over. I think they're going to be the group MVPs. Who's your pick for the group MVP?
Oh, man, that's a great question. But you know what? Since I did pick Stillwater, you know, I'm going to have to go with Nicholas Salter.
Like, he can score. He's 6'8". He can score.
Yeah, they're losing a lot of scoring, and it's like, okay, well, here you go. It's your team now, you know, and I think he's going to flourish in that role as captain, and yeah, I think he'll take over, and they'll do good, and I think they're going to make the playoffs.
Awesome. Well, let's move on to the next group.
All right, thank you.